Today, I wanted to make a quick video that is a continuation of my other video where I talked about the 3 secrets of starting out as a new real estate agent. Today, I wanted to talk about the rest of the steps that you should be taking once you start doing the 3 that I mentioned earlier. So let's get started. So like I mentioned in my other video, real estate business can get really, really complicated if you allow it to be. If you make it complicated, if you are looking for the golden nugget, if you are looking for a miracle, if you are looking for the secret sauce that's going to make you rich overnight, you can make things really complicated. But if you stick to the basics and you are consistent and disciplined, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be complicated. So in my other video, I talked about lead generation, prospecting, and following up, and creating a personal brand. This video, I wanted to take it a step forward where you will see the other steps to the beginning of lead generation, prospecting. So you prospect, which is your lead generation. You follow up. And then what do you do once you get a client? Once you get a client, you have to make sure to pre-qualify the client, whether it's a buyer or seller. Pre-qualifying meaning that you meet their objections, you find out their motivation, and whether or not they really want to buy or sell. Once you pre-qualify, then you go for the appointment and you present. You present to them the value proposition that you offer. You present to them what you will do for them when you are their buyer or seller agent. Then once you get an offer, you negotiate that offer so that it's the best terms for your client. And then the last step is you close. So it's not really complicated. It's very simple. If you stick to the steps and you always remember that you're creating your business based on these steps, and you stay focused on them and you stay disciplined on them and you keep them in mind, you will be in good shape. But always remember to place relationships over transactions. Always make sure that your clients' interests are put first, and that you are creating long-lasting relationships that will help you sustain your business. Once you have these steps figured out and you have the discipline and the motivation to stick to them, everything else is just gravy. So marketing or creating business plans, creating visual boards, doing your personal brand, which I talked about in my other video. That's another thing that people tend to overcomplicate. Once you have all those things, the first basic steps worked out, everything else is just additional and extra. But when you're first starting out in real estate and you can get a little bit overwhelmed about the things that are out there for you to sustain your business, you really have to get down to basics. And basics means talking to people. If you think you're going to be sitting at home and waiting for the leads to show up in your mailbox and they will be converting themselves, or you can just scroll on Instagram and hope that somebody will like your post and that's going to be your next client, then you will be wasting a lot of time. In the end, this business is about talking to people. So aside from the several steps that I laid out for you, always remember that you should be out there joining certain clubs, joining community events, joining maybe certain business meetups where you can meet people and develop relationships. You should always be talking to people, and you should have a goal per day, how many people you're going to be talking about in real estate. This doesn't mean that they're going to become your clients. This means that you're exposing yourself out there to your community and you're making contacts. A contact is a person 18 years old or over that you've talked to about real estate. and you can check mark that for the day that you've talked to an adult person about real estate. And usually most agents, they make about 20 to 25 contacts to be made per day. So think about how many calls you have to make and how many events you have to go to and how many follow-ups you have to do in order to every single day talk to close to 20 to 25 people. And that should be your goal. Every single day you're talking to people. If you don't think that you can talk to people every single day, perhaps real estate business is not for you, because how else are you going to get clients? So think about that. If you're an introvert and you don't think that you can go out to events, find other ways to talk to people. You can make a lot of calls. You could maybe create certain events in your own little circle of community that you are in. But you do have to talk to people. That's the basic secret, which is really not a secret, of being in real estate, is really talking to people. I hope this video was helpful to you. I would love to see some comments from you, or maybe even questions if you have any. And see you on my next video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.